wanted to tell you about a Beach Boys concert that I went to in Daytona Beach, Florida, March 19th, 1984. Daytona was a little bit of a drive from my hometown of Jacksonville, but not too far. I have a friend that is a hopeless Beach Boys fan like me, and we went down to one of several Beach Boys concerts we'd eventually go to. There were two things that made this show memorable to me, and one of the two things was actually before the concert started. We got down to Daytona early for the show just to check out the town and, of course, go to the beach and check that out. And a radio announcer came on and told us the Beach Boys were coming to the Daytona airport at a certain time, and we should all go down and welcome them and, have a big time down at the airport. So, what the heck, we went. Well, the Beach Boys plane came in, and the Beach Boys got off the plane and headed towards the gate we were all waiting at. We all cheered and waved, and the first batch of guys came out and waved and smiled and looked like they were having a good time. They seemed pretty cool with it. But then there was that guy that came in right behind them. I knew him as Brian Wilson at this point, and I knew a little bit about what kind of person he was, so it didn't completely take me by surprise, but he was obviously not happy that the people were cheering and all of this silliness was going on. And being an introvert, I understood where he came from, and I really felt bad for him. The poor guy seemed completely caught off guard by all this and was as uncomfortable as he was. It was over in a few minutes. But I don't think anybody really thought about it for very long, if they noticed him at all. When you think about how many big shows these guys have done, a greeting like this certainly wouldn't seem like a big deal, but I guess it was a big deal to poor Brian. So we drove on to the show, and they started playing, and were sounding great, and then the sky completely unloaded on us. One of those sudden Florida storms that soaks you in just a few seconds, and then minutes later, it's all over. Well, the Beach Boys hurried back on stage, and as they were still squeegeeing the water off the stage, they had to wait a few minutes for the sound to come on, but then they started playing back, and the most memorable part of this was the sky, the gray clouds just parted, and there was this sun beaming on the stage, and it was just so picturesque, showing you just how gorgeous Mother Nature can be. If you're a Floridian, a quick summer storm like this is the norm, but you rarely get that spectacular of a re-sunrise, and never with a live Beach Boys concert. How about a thumbs up for that? Thanks for listening.